If you want to make money in crypto, please watch this video. I've said it many times, but there are certain ways you can basically outcompete nearly everybody else because they just don't know this information. And even the majority of people that do, they don't utilize it properly. They're either lazy, they think they might not have an edge, or I don't know, perhaps they're just stupid. It's a possibility. I've said before, there are a couple of coins to watch for right now. One of those coins was TRB. And I've actually said before, there is a massive amount of manipulation ongoing with this coin. Right now, it's up 18%. And as I've said before, I am not buying any TRB. The only thing I'm doing is waiting for the right moment to catch it on its top and ride it all the way down. I've been explaining over on my Twitter and on my friend Tech, where I went a little bit more into detail about all the analysis, all the tens or perhaps by now hundreds of hours of analysis that went into finding these patterns. I explained more about it over on these other platforms, but the long story short is there's so much manipulation ongoing, and it's pretty easy to spot that there are some opportunities to open massive shorts, make crazy amounts of money. And one of those tokens that's got this similar pattern for manipulation, and now it's been confirmed by this tweet right here, is BLZ. Again, I told everybody there's a couple coins to watch out for. 𝗓𝗓, which we identified a while back, did extremely good, extremely bad afterwards. TRB, BLZ front. You can see the connection with BLZ right now showing. And you can see some shady stuff is happening right now with TRB. Again, these things are not coincidences. They're extremely difficult calculations from the company that's manipulating it. And so I will not let this go without some massive profit. So I just keep looking for the moment where this breaks because it keeps on doing that. But again, I've warned you. Anyway, there was an interesting article and I've got some interesting words to say about this. An analyst puts up 6 altcoins to watch closely this week. Here's why. Bitcoin, Chainlink, Open Exchange, Arbitrum, Optimism, Fractures, WorldCoin. Let me give you guys my 2 cents. As a first, I'd say indeed, Chainlink right now is in a pretty good situation. Link is rising aggressively, likely due to SmartCon happening in a couple of days. Historically, Chainlink saw a price increase right before the conference and a decline afterwards, with the testnet v3 migration acting as an immediate trigger. The analyst is also bearish on Link if it approaches its top range on the daily time frame. But the long story short there is just, apparently a pattern has been recognized slightly before a conference where Chainlink is going to be releasing some new information. Supposedly, the price starts to rise, and then right after the conference, after the announcements are done, the price comes back down. Realize this pattern and look for it in the next conference for the next opportunity. Open Exchange. Despite aggressive unlocks affecting the value of the token, he remains bullish. I think this is BS. I've said this to you guys many times before. Always, always, always keep a close eye on these unlocks. There's 2 things to say about it. One is unlocks don't matter too much because take a look at Solana and there's so many other coins out there that have gotten massive unlocks over time and it didn't really matter because the price is still doing quite nicely. I mean, realistically, WorldCoin, Solana, the amount of unlocks every single day is just massive. WorldCoin is $5.5 million a day. Yet they're holding up quite nicely. Matter of fact, WorldCoin is actually doing better than XRP, Chainlink, Solana, all these others in terms of volume right now. They're actually pretty freaking huge. The only thing is, if you ever saw it hit an all-time high, not in terms of market cap, I'm talking about the price per coin. In theory, to get the same amount of market cap, you might now need a significantly lower price. It's just something you guys got to keep into understanding. If the highest it ever hit was $500 billion worth of market cap, with each coin being $10,000, if they're now all of a sudden are 3 times the amount of coins, it only needs about 1/3 the value to get to that same market cap, meaning the most glorious days you've ever seen might not ever repeat in terms of price performance because a new all-time high in terms of market cap might now only be 1/3 of the price, if you guys understand that drift. So that is why I'm always saying watch very closely for these unlocks. And again, they can very easily be followed. If they're linear, usually it's not that big a deal. It's mostly cliff unlocks that matter because these are usually tens of millions of dollars at once. Arbitrum right now is pretty interesting. While they've got some like social platforms that are doing really well, such as Post-Tech, the return of the Arbitrum Odyssey event, and the approval of the Arbitrum incentive program. I've described before how incentive programs are always nice because it gets community and developers, which are also community, but they get them coming up, making new things, getting new incentives in the form of dApps and things like that. It plans to use the potential large decline to position for a broader EIP, Ethereum Improvement Protocol 4844 trade earlier in the quarter. Optimism with a major token unlock this week. Again, we are watching out for it. On September 30th, 1 p.m., not sure which time zone this is in, which will unlock 3% of the supply at about $31 million. The token's foundation is also selling $150 million worth of optimism to separate buyers with a 2-year lock-in. 𝗬𝗓𝗪 is interested in the short-term hedge in the short term and will reassess situation post-unlock. Frax shares, one of the coins I like a lot. Upcoming V3, Frax Chain, Frax Lend, Frax ETH, which are basically just things that have to do with this part of DeFi, I'm gonna call it. Due to developments such as this, there is a bullish trend for the Frax ecosystem, and indeed, I am quite bullish on the entire ecosystem. I like the guys, I like what they've built, I like the way they're keeping it up. And WorldCoin, which is interesting. I've told you many times, I'm extremely bearish on WorldCoin. Privacy issues are a big concern. And the second is, the inflation that they've got is so wild that it's really hard to see a world where WorldCoin pumps a lot. On the opposite side, though, if we're looking at the real numbers, the volumes that they're doing is pretty severe. The demand is there. And I met up with them a little while back in Singapore. It was like a week and a half ago. I think about a week ago right now. And I must say that I don't fully understand how they're going to get out of this crazy situation. But here they wrote, as an artificial intelligence continues to be a popular topic, World is one to watch. Although it's a hated coin in the industry and is highly or has a high fully diluted market cap, the coin's circulating value is acceptable according to the analyst. The idea there being, well, for how big it is and for how big the founder / backing is, the price is actually not that insane. But again, I personally would like to disagree, but I wouldn't say that that's a good opportunity to short or do anything crazy with right now. So again, to track back, Chainlink, look for these opportunities. As again, analysts have pointed it out. Okay, cool. Now realize that hopefully for next conferences. Arbitrum, similarly, has got some good stuff coming up. It's one to look forward for in a sense of, well, perhaps it's just good to buy because they've got a lot of cool stuff coming up. Frax shares, similarly, just a good coin to always be involved with. Optimism has got a major unlock coming up, so be prepared for some negative price action. And WorldCoin, even though in terms of the rankings here, they're doing amazing, it's pretty garbage, so be careful. The main reason I made the video though is for coins like TRB, for coins like Front, which you can see right here, for coins like BLZ, which all follow a similar pattern. And I've told you before, if you are not looking for short positions on these coins, I don't think there's any saving you. Again, I'm giving you this alpha for absolutely free. If you lose money, yeah, that's on you. But I personally say it's pretty hard to lose money on this. You can see the volumes and just how crazy they are because people know where the opportunities lie, all right? I've named all these coins before over on my Twitter. And the reason I was a little bit vague here and I placed it as short, which was a very, very small price difference here, is because if you just open one short, there's a good chance of losing money. What we're doing is basically looking for the massive pump and then trying to short it as many times as possible with quick profits because there are so many opportunities, but it's a heavily manipulated coin with a ton of volume, ton of volatility. So there's a good chance you're going to be stopped out a few times. I still think every single one of these though will inevitably fail pretty quickly here because again, the way the price is performing is not very natural. It's not supposed to be this way, which so many factors are showcasing. And again, the falls actually don't look very organic either. These are not coincidental. This is all planned, and I will not go too deep into exactly how these major corporations are making tons of money on this, but I'm telling you, they're making tens of millions of dollars on this on stupid people because they're not knowing and they're just trying to buy because, oh, the coin seems to go up. It's a good one to buy. No, it's not. My personal opinion on that, of course. You can see just how quickly the price fell by about 15% here within a couple of hours. That's why I keep on saying there are so many short opportunities here. I don't think long in this one is smart. Just keep shorting, taking some quick profit time and time again. Sometimes the moment you open a short, like for example right here, you might be stopped out pretty quickly. You can see because the price rose. Doesn't matter. Just keep on trying. There are so many opportunities. If you're not making $1 million with this in a week, you're doing it wrong. Just kidding, guys. Take it easy, but I am saying these are sometimes so easy. You're getting the luck of a lifetime here. I'm not sure even why I'm telling you this, but make sure you press that like button if you enjoy these videos. I'm laughing at it because I'm kind of making it as a joke, right? This video. I'm making it a little bit too funny, I know. I'm making it not so serious. But the whole point that I just made is if you're not making massive amounts of money on these moves, then I don't know the best way to describe it to you. Then I don't know what else type of information I can give you because this is too easy. It's not always this easy, but right now it is. Because I've done the work for you. We are literally here a group right now sitting in Asia of some of the best traders in the world. Some of them not touching this because it's garbage and say you've got some negative EV. Some of them focusing so hard on this because it's very hard to be wrong. These coins have all gotten the similar, unprecedented, unnatural rise with mostly the same company involved, and the on-chain data proves it. So let's short them time and time again. I'm giving this alpha for free. Do with it as you please. I've said this before as well, though, guys. Make sure you join the Discord. We're trying to make a good community of people who love to make money in crypto, and hopefully you're trying to get to that newer level, that upper echelon. I'm creating so many free tools and cool things to also share with you guys, and I'm trying to also do a couple more competitions, more giveaways, more cool stuff, because we've got a goal to make 1 million millionaires over a lifetime, I'm gonna say, or the lifetime of our company, I should call it. I really think it's possible, but of course it's got to start with, you know, the first 1,000 or so. Hopefully you're one of them. Join the Discord, absolutely free, of course. Nothing is charged. I've literally got 0 things to sell you, and even here in this video, I'm not asking for your subscribe, not asking for anything except for maybe a like. Just giving away information for free. Hopefully you guys can learn something, because at the end of the day, I don't lose anything from telling you this. Because I'm gonna be honest here, guys, perhaps if this was the craziest of opportunities and I was the only one that saw it, and I wasn't here with a ton of people that are also explaining it to others, I might have not told you this. Why? Because if there's only enough money for one person to grab it, it's very stupid to share. It's the truth. But very often in the crypto space, it doesn't matter how many people you tell. Even it might be so that the more people you tell, the better it works, especially when it comes to exposing BS, and BS like this it is. The more people that know about it, perhaps even the better. That's not my philosophy here. I'm just trying to help you out, because we found something, a little glitch in the matrix, where the same thing happens over and over and over. It's very easy to spot, but some people are not taking it serious enough. Look into the coins I mentioned, and that's about it. See you guys later.